The woman's voice cut through the boutique's quiet elegance like a fire alarm. "I don't care about your wait list. My husband manages this store. David, call him right now and tell him his wife needs the Daytona." I looked up from the vintage Submariner I was examining with a client. Across the showroom, a woman in a too-tight dress was jabbing her finger at my sales associate, Marcus. David, store manager, the man I'd been married to for 7 years. I excused myself from my client, walked toward the commotion. My heels clicked on the marble floor. Marcus saw me. Relief flooded his face. "Mrs. Sophia, this customer—" The woman spun around. "Finally, someone with authority. Your employee refuses to sell me the Daytona. I've told him 3 times my husband manages this store, David. He'll confirm I get priority." I pulled out my phone, typed a message, sent it. The office door behind us opened. David walked out, saw the woman, saw me, frowned. "Someone texted about my wife?" The woman's face lit up. "David, finally! Tell them, my wife is standing right there." He pointed at me. "Who the hell are you?" If you've ever watched someone claim a relationship they don't have for luxury goods, stay with me until the end. Your support means everything to me. Hit that subscribe button and let me know in the comments. Have you ever caught someone in an outrageous lie? Let's talk about it. Now back to my story. My name is Sophia. I'm 34 years old, senior sales director at Rolex Fifth Avenue, the flagship boutique in New York City. I've worked in luxury retail for 11 years. Started at Cartier, moved to Tiffany's. Then 6 years ago I joined Rolex. Worked my way to senior sales director, one of the top performers in the region. David is the store manager. We met 9 years ago at an industry conference, both working for different luxury brands. We connected over shared experiences, demanding clients, impossible sales targets, the pressure of selling 6-figure watches. We got married 7 years ago. Small ceremony, just family. We kept our relationship low-key at work. Professional. We had different roles. He managed operations, I managed sales. We barely crossed paths during business hours. Most staff knew we were married, but clients? They had no idea. The Rolex waitlist is legendary. The Daytona, especially the steel models, can have a 2 to 3 year wait, maybe longer. We keep a list. First come, first served. No exceptions, unless you're a VIP client. Someone who's spent hundreds of thousands with us over years. Someone who's earned the relationship. This woman wasn't on any list. Marcus had already pulled up her information. No purchase history. Not even a consultation. She'd walked in 30 minutes ago demanding the Daytona. When Marcus explained the wait list, she'd escalated, raised her voice, demanded the manager, claimed to be his wife. Now David was standing there, very visibly confused about this supposed wife he'd never met. The woman's confidence wavered. "David, it's me. From the charity event last month. We talked for an hour. You said, 'I talked to a lot of people. I don't remember you.' We discussed watches. You told me about the Daytona. You said if I ever wanted one. I tell everyone about watches. That's my job. It doesn't mean you're my wife." She gestured at me. "Then who's she?" "My actual wife, Sophia. We've been married for 7 years. She works here, senior sales director." The woman's face flushed. "You never mentioned a wife." "Why would I mention my wife to a stranger at a charity event?" Marcus pulled up something on his tablet. His expression shifted. "Mr. David, this customer's name is registered in our system, Amanda Zhao. She's attempted to purchase from us 3 times in the past 6 months, each time claiming different relationships to staff. First, she said she was Mr. Peterson's niece, then Miss Rodriguez's friend. Now she's claiming to be your wife." David's jaw tightened. "Pull the security footage from those incidents." Amanda grabbed her purse. "This is ridiculous. I made a mistake. I'm leaving." "Actually," I said, stepping between her and the door, "you're not going anywhere until we understand what's happening here. You can't keep me here. We can absolutely detain someone attempting fraud until security arrives." Her eyes went wide. "Fraud? I didn't commit fraud. You claimed to be the manager's wife to obtain preferential treatment for a $45,000 watch. That's fraud. And according to Marcus, this is your 4th attempt using false relationships with staff. That's a pattern. David pulled out his phone. I'm calling the police. Wait! She held up her hands. I wasn't trying to commit fraud. I really want the Daytona. I've been trying for months. I thought if I said I knew someone here, you'd put me on the list. We don't work that way, I said. Everyone waits, even family, even friends. The list is sacred. But I saw someone buy one last week. They walked in and walked out with a Daytona the same day. Marcus spoke up. That client has spent over $800,000 with us over 10 years. They'd earned the relationship. They were on the list. So it's about money? If I spend enough, I can get one? It's about relationship, David corrected. Time, trust, consistency. Not showing up one day and lying about being married to me. A security guard appeared at the door, one of ours. Professional, calm. Mr. David, you called? David nodded. This woman has attempted fraud 4 times, using false relationships with staff to obtain watches. I want her removed and banned from all Rolex boutiques. Amanda's face went from red to white. Banned? You can't ban me from Rolex. We can. We do. Regularly. For people who attempt fraud. I wasn't attempting fraud. I was just trying to get a watch. By lying about being my wife. That's fraud. Marcus was scrolling through something on his tablet. His face went pale. Mr. David, Mrs. Sophia, you need to see this. He turned the screen toward us. Security footage. From 3 months ago. Amanda, in the boutique, wearing different clothes, talking to another sales associate. Audio came through the speakers. My fiancé works here, in the back. He's getting me the Submariner. No charge. Employee discount. The sales associate's response. Ma'am, we don't have anyone engaged to someone named Amanda, and employees can't give discounts to non-spouses. Well, we're getting married next month. Practically married. Same thing. Marcus scrolled to another clip. 2 months ago. Amanda again. Different outfit. Same boutique. My father is a major investor in Rolex. He owns shares. I get family pricing. Marcus looked at us. She's been running different scams every time, each one more elaborate. David's expression hardened. Show me every instance. For the next 5 minutes, we watched clip after clip. Amanda claiming to be someone's sister, someone's business partner, someone's wife, each time demanding watches, each time being turned away. But she kept coming back. How many times total? I asked. 7 visits over 8 months, different stories each time. This is the first time she's named you specifically, Mr. David. The others were staff members who no longer work here. David turned to Amanda. You've been running a systematic fraud operation, targeting our boutique, using different lies each time. Why? She straightened up. Because I deserve a Rolex. I deserve the Daytona. And you people with your wait lists and your relationships and your gatekeeping, you're all just keeping people like me out. People like you? I repeated. People who lie? People who commit fraud? People who didn't grow up rich. People who have to work for everything. People who can't just walk in and drop $45,000 like it's nothing. I grew up in a 1-bedroom apartment in Queens, I said quietly. My parents were immigrants who worked 3 jobs between them. I put myself through college, worked retail for a decade to get here. I earned everything I have, so don't tell me about working for it. Then you should understand. You should help people like us. I help people who come in honestly, who join the wait list, who build relationships, who do it the right way, not people who lie about being someone's wife. The security guard stepped forward. Ma'am, you need to come with me. Amanda jerked away. I'm not going anywhere. You can't force me. David's phone buzzed. He looked at it. His expression changed. Marcus, pull up the live feed from the vintage case. Marcus typed. The screen changed. Security camera footage. Real time. The vintage display case. Empty. The glass door ajar. When did that open? David demanded. Marcus checked. 2 minutes ago, during the confrontation. David looked at Amanda. Where's your bag? What? Your purse. You had a large tote when you came in. Where is it? She clutched the small clutch in her hands. This is my purse. Marcus, check the footage. Where did her tote bag go? He scrolled back. There, Amanda entering, large Louis Vuitton tote, setting it down near the vintage case while she approached Marcus. During the argument, the bag still there. Then, while everyone was watching the security footage of her previous visits, a hand reaching down, grabbing the bag. Amanda quickly moving toward the vintage case. Marcus fast-forwarded. Clear footage. Amanda opening the vintage case, reaching in, pulling out a watch, dropping it in the tote, closing the case, moving back to the confrontation, all in under 30 seconds. David's voice was ice. Where's the watch? I don't know what you're talking about. The 1960s Daytona, red dial, valued at $2.5 million. Where is it? The boutique went silent. $2.5 million. She'd stolen a $2.5 million watch during the confrontation. The security guard's hand went to his radio. I need backup. And call NYPD. We have a theft in progress. Amanda bolted, headed for the door. David moved faster, blocked her path. You're not leaving. Get out of my way. You stole a watch worth more than most people's houses. You're not going anywhere. She tried to push past him. He didn't budge. The security guard grabbed her arm. Ma'am, I need you to stay calm. Let go of me. This is assault. This is detaining a theft suspect. Big difference. Within 3 minutes, the boutique was swarming. 2 more security guards, the head of security, NYPD officers. An officer approached us. Who's the manager? David identified himself. We have security footage of the theft. It's clear. She waited for a distraction, opened the vintage case, took the watch. Where's the watch now? Everyone looked at Amanda. She stood there, clutch in one hand, no tote bag visible. Ma'am, the officer said, where's your bag? I don't have a bag. Security footage shows you entering with a large tote. Where is it? She said nothing. The officer turned to the security team. Search the immediate area. Check trash cans, displays, anywhere she could have stashed it. One guard headed to the bathroom, came back 60 seconds later, holding a Louis Vuitton tote. The officer opened it, pulled out tissue paper, then bubble wrap, then a watch. Vintage Rolex Daytona, red dial, 1960s, perfect condition, $2.5 million sitting in a knockoff Louis Vuitton. The officer looked at Amanda. You're under arrest for grand larceny. You have the right to remain silent. I wasn't stealing. I was going to pay for it. By hiding it in a bathroom trash can, I was holding it. That's not stealing. You removed it from a locked case without permission, concealed it in a bag, hid the bag. That's theft. He cuffed her, read her rights, led her toward the door. She looked back at me, at David. This isn't fair. I just wanted a watch. Just one watch. You people have hundreds. We have hundreds that aren't ours, I said. They belong to clients, to the company, to people who paid for them. You wanted something that wasn't yours. That's called theft. The door closed behind her. After the police left, David and I stood in the empty boutique. Staff was scattered. Clients had been asked to leave during the incident. The place felt strange, quiet. She almost got away with it, David said. She would have if Marcus hadn't noticed the footage. No, I mean the whole operation. 7 visits, 7 different scams. We only caught her because she used my name. If she'd stuck to former employees, we might never have connected the dots. Marcus approached. Mr. David, Mrs. Sophia, I've pulled all her information. She has a criminal record, 2 prior arrests for retail fraud, 1 for identity theft. She's been running this for years. Why Rolex specifically? High value, easy to resell, hard to track if you know the right buyers. A $45,000 Daytona can sell for $75,000 on the gray market. A $2.5 million vintage? She could fence that for $1 million easy. David sat down heavily. She wasn't trying to buy a watch. She was trying to steal inventory. The wife claim was misdirection, I realized. Create a scene. Get everyone focused on the argument. Meanwhile, grab the most valuable piece and hide it. And it almost worked. The head of security joined us. We're reviewing all security protocols. The vintage case should have had an alarm. It was disabled. Disabled how? We're investigating, But I'm guessing she scoped it out during one of her previous visits, figured out the system. This wasn't random. This was planned. My phone buzzed. Text from our regional director. Heard about the incident, you okay? Also, media is calling. How do you want to handle? I showed David. He sighed. Great. This is going to be everywhere. It already is, Marcus said, holding up his phone. Someone posted about police at the Fifth Avenue Rolex. It's trending. Sure enough, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Police activity at Rolex Fifth Avenue. Arrest made. Anyone know what happened? Saw a woman get arrested at Rolex. She was screaming. Friend works at Rolex. Apparently someone tried to steal a multi-million-dollar watch. Wild. David looked at me. We need a statement. The story made national news. Woman arrested for attempting to steal $2.5 million Rolex after claiming to be manager's wife. We released a statement. Professional. Brief. An individual attempted to defraud our boutique by claiming false relationships with staff. Law enforcement was contacted. The situation was resolved without incident. We're cooperating fully with the investigation. Amanda's mugshot circulated online. Her real name, her criminal history, her pattern of targeting luxury retailers. Turns out, we weren't the first. Or the fifth. She'd hit Cartier, Tiffany's, Van Cleef. Always the same pattern. False relationships. Create a distraction. Steal high-value pieces. She'd gotten away with it twice before. Smaller items. A $30,000 bracelet from Cartier. A $50,000 ring from Tiffany's. Both times she'd disappeared before police arrived. This time, she'd gotten greedy. $2.5 million. Too big. Too visible. Too many people watching. The press wanted interviews. I declined. David declined. We let our PR team handle it. But the story wouldn't die, because it was perfect clickbait, luxury brand, massive theft attempt, the wife lie, the dramatic arrest. 1 week after the incident, Amanda's lawyer called. My client would like to discuss a plea deal, in exchange for information about the fencing operation she was part of, reduced charges. David and I sat in on the call with legal. What kind of information? Our lawyer asked. Names, locations, how the network operates. She was working with a larger group targeting luxury retailers across the country. They'd scope stores, identify high-value pieces, create distractions, steal items, fence them internationally. How many stores? Dozens, maybe more. They've been operating for 3 years. Our lawyer looked at us. Your call. You want to pursue full charges or let her cooperate for reduced sentence? David and I exchanged glances. Cooperate, I said. If it means shutting down the whole network, if it protects other retailers, let her give up the information. Amanda pled guilty, testified against her co-conspirators, got 8 years instead of 20. The fencing network was dismantled. 17 people arrested across 5 states, millions in stolen luxury goods recovered. And we upgraded every security system, installed new alarms, retrained staff, created new protocols for handling customers who claim relationships with employees. Today, when someone walks into our boutique and says they know the manager, staff has a protocol. Wonderful. Let me verify that. What's your name? Then they check a database, real relationships, real VIPs, real friends and family of staff. If the name isn't there, the answer is simple. I don't see you in our records. Would you like to join our waitlist? No arguing, no negotiating, no room for scammers. The Daytona waitlist is still years long. We still get people asking for exceptions, claiming relationships they don't have. But now we're ready. I'm Sophia, the woman who caught a thief attempting to steal $2.5 million. The manager's actual wife who exposed a fraud network spanning 5 states. That day, Amanda thought claiming to be David's wife would get her a Daytona. Instead, it got her arrested. Her network exposed, her freedom taken. She wanted luxury she hadn't earned. She got consequences she'd never forget. The vintage Daytona sits in our vault now, behind 3 locks, monitored 24/7, waiting for a client who'll appreciate it, who'll pay for it honestly, who'll wear it with pride, not someone who'd hide it in a bathroom trash can. That's the difference between wanting something and deserving it, between claiming a relationship and having one, between the life you pretend to have and the one you actually build. Amanda learned that distinction in handcuffs, in front of cameras, in a courtroom. And me? I learned that sometimes the biggest lies come from people with the smallest patience, that fraud isn't about need, it's about greed, that protecting what you've built matters more than making a sale. The wife wanted a watch. The actual wife caught a criminal. That's luxury retail, where every day is a test, where trust is currency, where one wrong move can cost you everything. Amanda bet wrong, lost everything, and proved that no watch, no matter how valuable, is worth your freedom. Thank you so much for watching. If this story touched your heart, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Your support truly means the world to me. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. I love reading every single one of them. Each comment inspires me to keep creating stories for you. See you next time.